What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna bring you so much alpha that is insane, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because this is a big one. I'm gonna tell you my top 5 secrets to make millions in the upcoming bull run, so you really want to pay attention to this. Without any further ado, let's just jump straight into the video. The number one is learning how to do basic chart reading and research. This might be obvious for some of you people, but for some other people, they still get it completely wrong. So I need to point this out. The infamous example that is gonna give me a lot of hatred for some communities, but I honestly don't give a shit. I'm just literally trying to save you money. Honestly, haters gonna hate. I don't care. But look at the Caspa chart. This looks organic. Okay, it looks like it started from zero, fair launch, meaning no pre-allocation to insiders, and it kept progressively going up. Now, do you see any red flags with this? No, I don't think so. But then, if you go to something like ICP, which I don't care that it's been pumping to $9, you still zoom out and you see that the chart is still shit. Who cares that it went from $5 to $9? Nobody gives a fuck, okay? Yes, it went almost 2x. Nobody cares. This is still down 99% from all-time high. Oh, sorry. 98.78. Sorry, forgive me. Terrible. And I think that literally a 5-year-old child will be able to understand that this chart looks terrible. We have a massive dump, and it doesn't matter if the price was manipulated. It doesn't matter. The chart looks terrible. You don't want to invest in something like this. Anything that is over 98% down from all-time high, I want you to avoid in 98% of cases, because they're probably not going to recover. Otherwise, we would all invest in just these projects that are so much down because we know that they're going to surpass their all-time high. So we're going to put our money there and we're going to make 100x plus. But unfortunately, this is far from the real world. So I want you to do some basic chart reading and also understanding, how does the market cap look? Is it too big? Because if it's too big, let's forget about Caspa for a second. Let's think about some gaming coins, for instance. Miria is one of my top picks, but I entered Miria when it was much smaller than this. Right now, it's 124 million in market cap. Realistically, you're probably not going to do 100x in market cap from here, because it would mean that basically it would go to 10 billion in market cap, which is probably not realistic for Miria, right? But this can still do well, and if you bought when we were buying in the Patreon, which was here and here, you're still gonna be in for crazy returns. But if I was to invest money right now to look for the next 100x, I would probably stay away from crypto that are so big in market cap, because they're only gonna go so far. That is very important. The circulating supply is very important, because that dictates the number of coins that are now in circulation and dictates the current market cap in comparison to the fully diluted market cap, which is the market cap if 100% of the coins or tokens were in circulation in today's day. So this is very important, because if something goes from 18%, like here, let's say, to 100%, it means that there's going to be more than a 5x dilution, meaning that the coins will be 5 times as valuable as they are right now, because the supply is going to increase, the insiders, the people that get the tokens unlocked, are going to sell, and the price is going to dump. Also, we need to understand what the exchange listings are, because if this is not listed, let's say like Miria, on a tier 1 exchange like Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, Crypto.com, and Gemini, let's say, it means that when these exchanges are going to list this crypto, the prices are going to skyrocket, because all of the normies, all of the general population, retail, are going to get access to this. And the general population doesn't want to buy on Maxi, doesn't want to buy on Gate.io. They want to buy on Coinbase because it's easy. They can buy with a credit or a debit card. So most of retail investors are like this. And unfortunately, this is how the world works. And they're probably going to be our exit liquidity. That is a story for another video. You want to be very aware of this, because if something is already listed on Binance, chances are that they're not going to take advantage of this catalyst event that might bump up the prices. So I want you to pay a lot of attention to that. And coming back to the all-time high, I would generally avoid anything that is above 90%. 98 is literally the threshold that I would absolutely not look into a project. If something is 90%, though, it could still have potential. Ideally, you want to stay in something that is between the 60 to 80% range. I think that is the sweet spot that I found. But again, that is a story for another video. And of course, I'm going to go much more in detail with my patrons about this gem hunting criteria. But this is just very basics of chart reading. And you see, even the chart of Miria, which started with a pre-allocation, it looks good. It looks good because, yeah, there was a sell-off. And I'm not telling you to avoid every crypto that has any sort of sell-off at the beginning. But I want you to avoid the chart that looks literally like an L and the line is completely flat. Then you probably want to avoid this kind of project. The chart of Miria looks fucking amazing. Okay, going back to my next point, doing the opposite of what the mainstream population is doing. This is something else that is so fucking important, because if everybody starts talking about a crypto, when your Uber driver tells you about the next big thing in crypto, when your mom, when your auntie give you retirement, the pension funds to literally invest in a crypto, chances are that that project is already popular and you should probably, ride the wave if you're an early investor. But if you haven't gotten exposure to that project, you probably should look for the next big thing instead of looking to this dinosaur project that are now old and they've pumped 1000x already. That is very important, and that applies to 99% of crypto. No, I can't say that it applies to Caspa in this very moment because Caspa still has a 30 to a 50x potential. But some other projects that pump like 1000x and something like Bonk. Think about Bonk. This is a Solana meme coin that literally is making millionaires as we speak. It pumps so much. Would you buy now? Absolutely not. Don't FOMO too hard, because a lot of people, now that they see Bonk being listed on Coinbase, they're like, oh, Bonk is, it's a dog, it's funny, haha, I like animals, I'm gonna buy Bonk. No, that is a big mistake. You're gonna become the exit liquidity of the people that bought here, here, and here. That is a big thing, but a lot of these people that are new to crypto won't understand this, unfortunately, so they're gonna lose money, and you're gonna make money if you buy before and you sell. They always say, buy the rumor, sell the news. You buy it when the exchange is announced, and then you sell when the exchange listing takes place. I've always said it, like, this is how a lot of people make a lot of money. So I don't want you to FOMO too hard. There is nothing in the crypto world that is worth FOMOing into. For every good project that gives you so many returns, there's going to be an equivalent number of projects that are being born right now, or that they are at a price discovery mode in this very moment, that are still going to make you life-changing returns. So don't FOMO. There's nothing to FOMO about. There's going to be another opportunity for you. Don't FOMO and don't buy the top. Unless it's Caspa in this very moment, because it's still got 30 to 50x potential. Very important to clarify before somebody tells me. And also, do the opposite of what people are doing, because, for instance, an example on my Patreon, Shrapnel, we're at 2x at Shrapnel from my buy alert. My buy alert was here. It was literally, 2x, or a little more than a 2x already. Everybody was selling Shrap, because basically one of the shareholders was planning a coup against the team, apparently. Now, this is just business as usual in the crypto world. There is a lot of sketchy actors, and this happened to literally most gaming projects. So I knew, based on my experience in the crypto world, that this was not a big deal. And this is why I timed perfectly the bottom. We bought, and now we are at 2x return already, and we're gonna keep riding this wave, and Shrapnel is a great project. So this is why I want you to have critical thinking and stop doing what the masses are doing, because the masses were selling and were saying that Shrap was dead. I was buying heavily, and now I have a big bag of Shrap, and so do my Patreon. And to this point, guys, you should definitely join the Patreon, because I'm giving a lot of crazy buy signals, even literally between yesterday and today. I sent so many buy alerts. We're making massive profits on all of this. Literally, all of my patrons can attest to this. We're almost a community of 200 members. This is literally skyrocketing, so you don't want to miss out. And you want to get in until the price is this very low, because this can literally change your life and create you generational wealth in the upcoming bull run. You don't want to be a lone wolf investor. You want to join a community of like-minded people. And you want to get access to all of my buy signals, because patrons are making thousands and thousands of dollars already. So don't miss out on this. Get it now before it gets expensive. Now, the third point, which is, it can be kind of like related to this point that I was making too much about don't FOMO into hard, and is about being stoic. If there is one of the biggest lessons that I've learned out of investing in crypto in this 5 years plus that I've invested and that I've been in the market, is to manage your emotions accordingly. You will never succeed as an emotional investor. You will never succeed if you're married to your bags. There's some people that have seen their project go to literally zero and lose literally all of their investment. It's always better to sell at a loss and acknowledge your defeat. It's just a battle, not the entire war. It's always best to take a loss, than not literally losing the entire war, which is literally your bags going to zero. Sometimes people are just married to their bags, and whatever happens to their project, they just don't care. They would rather see their bag go to zero than literally make any money out of it at all, even if it's sometimes losing even half of their initial allocation into the project. That is a big thing. You don't want to be emotional. You don't want to panic sell. I'm not saying that. You don't want to panic sell. You don't want to panic buy the top because the project went 1000x overnight. But you also don't want to be married to your bags and basically see your investment go to zero. This is not financial advice, but I'm just telling you what I would personally do because I've seen it all in the crypto industry. And there's so many people that are just emotional. They buy high and they sell low. And this is exactly the opposite that you want to do because you want to make money. You're not just here to just fucking waste your money and throw your money down the bin. So this is very important because it goes sideways, really, because even in the bull market, a lot of my viewers, I'm sure they haven't gone through a bull run before. Some of you might be new to crypto in the last couple of years or so. You don't know what it feels to be in a bull market. Believe me, emotions, if you don't manage to control them, they will control you. That is very important because sometimes you will see for literally months, for literally 2 or 3 months or so at a time, daily double-digit green candles. And you'll be like, oh my God, this is going to the moon, this is going to the moon. Some people thought that they had a price target in mind and this was not achieved, so they kept that bag instead of taking their profits to literally the grave and saw their project go 99% that they never sold because they had a price target. This is crazy. You should always take your profits and don't be a fucking idiot because you can literally lose all your money in a matter of a few days if the market crashes. If you think that your project is going to go to $10 and only achieves 9 from literally your investment of 1 cent and then it goes back to $1. That is crazy, but a lot of people just won't manage their emotions appropriately, and that is why also it's so good to be part of a community of stoic and no bullshit investors instead of just following the mainstream media and whatever these big YouTubers that just take paid promotions that are super fake and they're just looking for their following to be their exit liquidity. I'm never gonna be that kind of guy, and I'm glad that all of my community of patrons realized about this and decided to join me in my journey. Now, before I go to points 4 and 5, I'm gonna give you a bonus tips is to basically always check news gems on Dexto. A lot of projects, unfortunately, have buy and sell taxes, meaning that every time you buy and sell crypto, you will pay a tax to get in and a tax to get out. Catheon, this is another project that a lot of you guys told me to check out in the live stream, unfortunately enters this kind of like description. You can see here, you go on Dextos and you basically insert the name of a project. You scroll down here and you look at the buy and sell tax. This is very important to avoid scams because so many of you guys that are super degen are just investing money into this project and you're literally, quite literally losing money. So I want you to save some money. So thank me later after doing this. Now, the next thing is following me on X because otherwise what the hell are you doing with your life? I'm literally giving you free alpha in this video and I should literally charge you for watching this video. This should be a Patreon exclusive video, not a YouTube video. But jokes aside, look at this tweet. Choose the right narrative in the upcoming bull run. This is my top 3 narratives. First of all is Caspa, or Proof of Work, Layer 1, Trilemma Solver, Decentralization, Scalability, and Security. This is fundamentally the most solid pick that you could make for the upcoming bull run for any crypto project, really. It solves the trilemma, as I was saying before. It's a layer 1, proof of work, fair launch, no pre-mining, no pre-allocation to insider, no venture capitalist or anything. So Caspa is my top pick, and it's in a league of its own. Then we have Gaming Project. Little Lab and Miria are my main picks in this very moment, but I definitely believe that Little Labs is a much better entry if you were to just get in a project right now and you didn't have any of this. There's also a big emphasis on esports for Little Labs, which makes me even more bullish. I will go very much in detail about this if you join the Patreon. New gems almost on a daily basis. I brought a list of like dozens of projects that I've literally reviewed on the Patreon and gave access to them first before I publish on the YouTube. Be very aware that if I talk about something on my YouTube channel, I've already talked about it extensively in my Patreon. Now, the third is BRC20. Both tokens on the BRC20 Bitcoin network and scaling solutions for Bitcoin. This could be Mint Layer or Mubi, Multibit. These are probably my main picks in terms of the narrative in this very moment. Mean Layer is exactly a Bitcoin scaling solution, whereas Mubi is a bridge between the Bitcoin BRC20 network and the Ethereum ERC20 network, and it's also EVM compatible, so anything on Solana and Polygon, etc., etc. This is a very bullish narrative at this very moment. It's trending a lot, and it's probably here to stay for the foreseeable future. And I think that some of these are literally going to be some of the top gainers in the upcoming bull run. There's also a lot of meme coins that are being generated on the BRC20 network. I've revealed a couple literally yesterday in my YouTube channel, so you should probably get in if you want to know what they are. I'm not going to disclose them yet, but I do believe that there's going to be a lot of projects that are still to be born. Don't FOMO too hard on it, as I was saying in a point before, because there's probably going to be an equal number of projects that are not available at the moment, and they're just going to be. And now to conclude, my last point. First of all, please subscribe if you haven't already, because literally I think that I'm bringing a lot of value to you to this video. So I would really appreciate if you can help me out with the algorithm by just subscribing and dropping a like. Thank you so much. Getting to the last point is to keep cash on the side. Whether it's cash or stable coins like USDT or USDC, it doesn't matter, but just be liquid, because during the bull run, there's actually going to be some of the top gainers that are going to make you millions. Some of them are literally not born yet. And that is so important to understand. Let's look, for instance, as Axie Infinity. This was one of the top gainers in the previous bull run in the gaming sector. And look at this. So the bull run started April 2020, okay? Nobody was talking about it here. And then around the summer of 2021, so almost at the end of the bull run, people started buying this. And guess what? It went to an all-time high of $160 in November 2021. That is absolutely insane. But you see, it wasn't around in the previous bear market. It wasn't around even at the beginning of the bull run. It was basically 10 cents. Nobody was talking about it. So this is very important to understand. You want to be liquid, and you want to be aware that a lot of projects are not out there yet, but they're going to be born during the bull run itself, which, for your information, if you don't already know, it starts in April 2024 with the Bitcoin halving, and it's going to last around the end of 2025. Now, we can't time it perfectly in this very moment, but it's probably going to be somewhere around there because it follows a 4-year cycle, as I was mentioning before. And if you want to know about these gems first, before anybody else knows it, and before I reveal them in my YouTube channel, you already know what to do. Join the Patreon now. I hope to speak to you soon there. We have a thriving Discord community of around 200 members right now, so I really hope to welcome you there and help you in your crypto investing journey. Until next time, take care for now.